Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about my Plater add-on. So I'll get into two variations of it. So a lot of people have been wanting to know about the second variation, but I think this variation is a lot better because on the other one, it's the name above the nameplate and the plate is really small. Whenever you're in a hectic PvP situation, it's going to be behind all the plates and it's kind of hard to see. But if it's like this inside of the plate, you can see exactly where they are without it going up into another plate. So like in a PvP setting, there's a lot of nameplates going on, especially with all the pets and everything. So as you can see, I can see my team member better when his name is inside of the plate. So if you like the other version of it, which I'm getting the most comments on, so I just go to friendly player. So I can change the player name text, the offset on it. So I just do that, and then the scale, just kind of put it into place like that, and that would basically be my old one, except the health bar size would be all the way down, and the height would be down as well. So this would be my old setup. You can also just use class colors and it'll be like that instead. So you can clearly see everything, but it like overlaps really badly, so it's too much clutter for me. So I like to use it inside of the nameplate instead. All right, so as you can see, it's a lot more easy to see my teammates. It does take like a second to get used to it, but once you do, you can definitely see your team a lot better. You can just look and there I see them perfectly. All right, so as you can see here, our teammate has a pet out and it's green, and my pet is fuchsia. If you want to see your pet, you just go to advanced and show friendly pets. You have to go into the friendly NPC and change this to all NPC health bars. You have to add a mod to it, and it's called color own pet. So if you want to import a mod, you just go here to the modding tab and go to import mod, and then you just paste the string. Pretty straightforward. And you just go in here, you can type /plater space color, and you can see all the codes for it. You just go into this right here, fuchsia. So you can type it here and you can save it. So you want to put it in both of the nameplate created and nameplate updated. You save it and you can change the color of your pet. So everyone else's pet will be green on your team and your pet will be whatever you choose. For the buff settings, I'll just go through here and kind of show you what I do. So I only have one aura, so the second aura is disabled, and these are my offset options, and I do it with a space right here because I'm using an add-on that shows all their CDs, like important CDs that I want to know if they have or not. So I'll get into that as well. So the big thing for me is buff tracking. I do manual tracking, so I don't see every single little spell that's on the target. It's really frustrating. And if I'm tracking debuffs on my target, I don't want to see anything else. So all you have to do is add a debuff and you're good to go. You might have to do a little bit of tuning for that. So for the buff special, I'm not using it anymore because it would just like not tell me what I need to know. I use big debuffs for that, and I just have everything checked, so I know exactly what's going on. Okay, so really quickly, this is also an add-on I'm using. Basically, I don't use it for my party members. I just use it for the enemy. This is what it'll look like. I'm only tracking a very select few amount of cooldowns, like offensives and some defensives as well, and that is it. So I went in here and I spent a lot of time on selecting exactly what I want to see. Personally, I just want to see when they have big cooldowns or big defensives that are like immunities. So I'm going to go through here real quick and just show you exactly what I did on each class. So Death Knight is going to be these spells, and that's it. point of this is going to be to have a quick look on their big long cooldowns or big immunities. So here's a good example. I don't want to see a 45-second cooldown on his nameplate. It's just clutter. Like, it's 45 seconds, he's gonna have it. I should be like aware of that. Before we start, this head gave me trouble like in the middle of trying to get my nameplates really good. So first of all, we should go to general settings and go to health bar, and these are my settings for the target overlay texture. So I'm using Melee Dark. I have an overlay alpha of 0.54, and just for the color I just went all the way down. Target highlight, I selected a color I like a more blue color, and yeah, these are the values for that as well. All right, so I want to make these super consistent with the enemy player, or as much as I can. So I just put the enemy NPC and the enemy player values at the same. So 9114 for both out of combat and in combat. I just like consistency, and I don't want any type of health information at all, because I can just, like, if I need to see any kind of information, I can see the numbers up here, and there's so much more information. All right, so yeah, these are just the values I'm using for the player name, and I like to have it inside the bar so everything is super consistent. And like if one of my teammates goes in there, I can see everybody's name and I can see clearly, even my pet. So this is kind of important to me. You can change these values as you want it. I feel like this is a pretty good value for me personally. So my stacking nameplates is gonna be these values, and I'm also using Blizzard's nameplate alpha as well. So combo points, I just use an anchor on the bottom, and this will be for pretty much anything. So like any kind of class power will go on the bottom, and these are my values. All right, so as you can see, the combo points are on the bottom, and I left enough space for any kind of cast bar right there. So here is the evoker combo points. So basically it's going to be any kind of class power.